Well, hello everyone and welcome. It is June 2022. We are here together at the Amber Leader Meeting of June. It is all about summer, summer. What I'm most excited about is, you know what? I'm representing summer. My hat says, pull hair, don't care. So I'm intentionally dressed this way today because it's a new season and a new reason to take a look at your business with a new model of how you spend your minutes, spend your hours serving your consultants, serving your clients, and serving your leads. So today, get your notebook, get your calendar. If you've got all 3 brochures for your think tank right next to you, you will be ready to go and grow in our segment today. So let's just take a look. What are we going to do in this segment today? We're going to have a kickoff message, a short message about Louise Compost and Betterware from Vickie Hacking, our ambassador message of the month for every leader to really take hold of the new JAFRA. It might be a new season, but it's a new JAFRA. Next, we're going to have some success shares. I'm actually going to go to our success share of the month first. So I'm going to reverse that because she's driving. She's on the side of the road. So we're going to hear a success share from our success share of the month, Cheryl Sykes. Then we're going to hear your success shares, and then we'll go to the business results of the month. Then from there, we've got 2 training segments for you. This is your workshop. We will be workshopping, okay? Meaning we're going to work together with fun, creativity, and ideas. We have 2 different groups today of focus. One group will be, the first group that we go through is how to grow our base. The next group that we focus on is the 4 basics of the summer season. The world is open, the world has changed, and we must change and adapt to it. There's no option. So we're going to give you the simple way to keep it fun, easy, and simple this summer, engaging and connecting to people and your teams. So we want to kick this off first. I'm going to go right to our 2 sharers today. The first story we're going to hear about is from our beautiful ambassador, Vickie Hacking, sharing the vision of Betterware and what she heard and his top notes for all of us to hear, really, truly from her heart. Then Cheryl Sykes is going to share a strategy. I call her the top success story of the month because what I see Cheryl doing is a balance. She's really getting this momentum going. We know it's been a long stall and a long haul for over 2 years with COVID, and last year was one of the most challenging years in any business in direct sales, and it carried into early 2022. What is Cheryl doing today? You know what? She's really always top in our VIP strategies this year. She's got the most VIPs at her title. She's also really growing them to even grow from VIP sales. And she's really out there. I saw her sponsoring coming back and her success with that. Not only is she growing her team, she's growing new team members. So to give us her top view of that, because my favorite part I got to see her do recently was when she's out and about doing tabletops, and she's super excited about her new hot market, keeping her hot and growing and connecting for summer. So without further ado, I'm going to take us back to our audience, and we're going to get our Vickie Hacking up for our opening message, and then we'll go over to Cheryl Sykes. All right, Miss Vickie, let's see. Can I find you there? There she is. Vickie, I'm going to put you on spotlight. Welcome, and thank you so much for sharing today.
Unmute myself. That's an important thing to do. All right. Hi, everybody. I am excited to share with you. Jackie and I had the best coaching call yesterday, and we talked about this. First, I want to thank Gabby Gutierrez for translating it and for giving it to all of us, because being there was in San Francisco was amazing. I think I told many of you that I felt his passion, even though I couldn't understand because he was speaking in Spanish, and his command of the English language is good on a one-on-one and a personal, but I think he is a little bit nervous about speaking English before a large crowd. But what came through was his passion for JAFRA. And I sent you the notes. How many of you, raise your hand, have read the notes? Okay, if you haven't read my notes from Gabby, then do it. And Jackie, will you post it, please? Because he talks about his passion for making us number one. And I believe him. I have heard that from other presidents. But let me just tell you my personal feelings. I'm going to get deep and personal for a minute. I know I don't have a lot of time, but I have been here from the very beginning. I started JAFRA 57 years ago. So I was here when Jan trained me, right? I don't know how good a job she did, but Jan was my trainer. So I want you to know that I was a personal witness to how, and I'm going to get a little spiritual here. I think all of us believe in some type of a higher being. Okay, whatever your preference is great. But you all believe that there's somebody up there that loves us. And somebody up there loves JAFRA. And I have seen it. So I just want to tell you that I have been through every purchase. I was there when Jan and Frank sold JAFRA to Gillette, and how that, many of you don't know, but Jan and Frank were financially in trouble and they needed to sell JAFRA. They had a lot of things going on. So somebody came along, a wonderful person, and sold and took JAFRA. So that was Gillette. And so somebody up there loves us, because what Gillette did to us and for us was put us on the map. I mean, there would be no JAFRA today without Gillette. So thank you, Gillette. Now, the second thing that happened is the devaluation of the dollar. That was also a part of JAFRA where we almost disappeared, all right? Because Gillette was going to sell us. This was, after 20 years? But they were going to sell us or whatever. And who came along but Ron Clark? He was an ex-president of JAFRA. What did Ron and Gonzalo do? They put us together, and then the miracle took place because Vorwick came along and purchased us. My point is, somebody up there loves us. I've always felt that my God has been watching over this company. So I told you I was going to get personal. So now we're in another transition, and I believe that somebody up there loves us, because Mr. Compost, Senor Compost, Lewis, has come along and purchased JAFRA. And I want you to know, with all of my energy and with all of my soul, I feel like Jackie, this is another miracle that has taken place. Now, I can't read his talk to you. It is the most beautiful presentation, but he plans to make JAFRA so well known. And he's going to put us together. And I'm going to just tell you right now, the English market is not doing very well. We all know why. We all have our reasons, but I know why. But I feel like that Louis Campos has come along to put the English market back together again. I know of some of the things that are coming, and I believe so strongly in his vision for our future. So I just want to say, hang on, do your business, meet your goals, and show him that we care. Show him by our involvement in the business. I'm trying with all my heart to keep my team alive. I've got the best team in the whole world. I've got the best lineage ever, ever, ever. And I just so believe in Louis Campos and where he's going to take us. If you didn't read the talk, do it. There's still time to read the talk and feel his passion for the future of this company. So my message today is, somebody up there loves us and is watching over us. And I thank you for taking care of JAFRA, because it is my everything. That's what I want to say, Jackie.
Well, Vickie, thank you so much. And it is. We've all been with JAFRA for a long time, through a lot of change in JAFRA. Right?
Read the message, read the talk, please.
Yes, we'll repost it. We'll repost it. Vickie, put it in WhatsApp.
Gabby. Thank you, Gabby, for giving us the translation.
Yes. So we'll repost it for all of you. Don't you fret, we will. But Vickie, overall, if you could describe the future of JAFRA, what do you see that Betterware can bring to us, and why this was such a pivotal time for us to really have the beautiful journey of Vorwerk? I mean, thank goodness for Vorwerk, but now Betterware. What do you feel that is going to be better with Betterware?
They have all the tools that we need. Yeah. And I feel that Vorwerk was a slow-moving, wealthy company, but they just didn't meet our needs. Also gave us a computer system that was, but I feel bad that we had to go through it, but we did. Mexico didn't have to go through it. But anyways, we made some mistakes with Vorwick. They made mistakes. But I feel like Betterware, many of you don't know this, but it is famous in Mexico. I talked to my massage therapist who's here from Mexico. I said JAFRA. She goes, oh, yeah, I know JAFRA. When I said Betterware, she goes, Betterware. I mean, her ears perked up and she goes, oh, that's a fabulous company. I said, well, now we're partners. And so it was like it was an opening of a door for me because she knew the quality of Betterware. So I think the quality, I just want to see they're going to give us the tools, Jackie. That's what I feel like. They're giving us the tools to do the social, to straighten out our computers. I believe in Senor Campos and what he has. Again, there's going to be some challenges. The Spanish versus the English is always going to be a challenge. But if Senor Campos told us that we're going to be number one and he's not going to settle for number two, I'm going to believe him.
He did it in Mexico, right? Started
He
that
did. The
mission
story
to go
is
number
there in
one.
the talk. I could
Right.
go over the talk, but I'm not going to because you're all
No.
adults. You can read the talk. You listen to what Mr. Campos has to say about our future.
Right. No. And again, don't have any doubts. Let's go. Let's lead the company to number one. It takes people to do that with the vision of a man who's also got a heart and a passion. He is our saving grace right now. We're so grateful because it's time to go quick. It's time to move the United States.
Home products, think about the vision of that. Home fragrances, home products, I'm all on board. And
yes, so
then
if you don't know what she means,
a secret.
It's not a secret. We launched it. We're moving into the home products, which we launched in San Francisco.
Kind of a secret.
And more things to come. So stay tuned to many better things with Betterware. We want you to hit the month of June and look at life in a new vision. Look at your business in a new vision, in a new way. It is a new company with Betterware. You saw us on NASDAQ 1 month ago. I've never seen anyone on NASDAQ in direct sales. JAFRA is there with Betterware. So thank you, Vickie, for your words, your passion, and the purpose for us to all say, let's believe and let's go and grow JAFRA. Thank you, Vickie Hacking, your ambassador. Thank you.
All of you, love you.
Love you much. Okay.
Somebody up there loves us.
I do believe we have angels and Jan and Frank always.
A song called Somebody Up There Loves Me.
We have lots of loves, that's for sure. So now what we want to do is talk about some ideas on what will help us move this summer. What has been moving business in a tough chapter? Really slow. We're seeing companies, every company, please don't think it's JAFRA, okay? And it's not English market versus Spanish, okay? It truly is the fact that direct sales has had this giddy up from the euphoria of 2020 to 2021 to the beginning of 2022. But the brakes are done. Just like Cheryl sitting over there with her brakes on in her car, everything is back and open, and look at, she's without a mask, and so is the world. So to bring you some top sharing ideas on how to grow from Georgia, our beautiful, our fabulous Cheryl Sykes, take it away.
Hey, well, thank y'all for letting me come to you while I'm doing the pickup of my grandson. And Missy's with me too, so she's excited to see Dylan. But anyway, all of this, VIP action really began at the beginning of 2021 when I decided that I really needed to catch all of my consultants doing something good. Something, where I could recognize them for where they were, because we know we always have consultants that are totally across the spectrum. So in my branch, I do 3-4 month recognition periods, and I recognize people who have stayed active for that 4-month period. That's the core level. That's the base level. Sales doesn't matter. It's just that they stay active. The next one going up is what I call sharing and caring consultants. And they're the ones who have ordered during 2 of those 4 months. Again, doesn't matter how much. And then the 50% ones, and then the VIPs. And anytime I talk, and then obviously we've got higher sales levels after that. But when I talk about VIP to everybody, I really focus on the word exclusive. and that it's an exclusive club, that it's a prestigious club, and it's something that you want to work for. And what I've been able to do is move people once they've been consistent, like in being in the sharing and caring group, then I can move them to 50%. And then from 50%, move them to the VIPs. And it's a real easy transition. And in every recognition, the VIPs have the VIP in bold next to their name. And I do a V or a VI or a VIP for the ones that are working towards that, so people can see that they are on the way and making progress. And what I've found, you know, especially with some, I mean, they come and go, and that's fine. You know, I've had fluctuations in and out, but several of them have kind of caught the bug. And one of my consultants in particular used JAFRA for gifts and for birthday gifts and other gifts and things like that. And as she was giving these gifts to her friends, they started wanting more. And so what became is just a gift-giving service became a money-making service for her, because she started doing a party or two a month. And, you know, she was real clear, you know, I'm not doing a lot of them. This is what she told her clients and her friends. I'm not doing a lot of them, but I'll do 1 or 2 a month, and we'll focus on this and we'll have some fun. And her sales have jumped from the 4th, right at the VIP minimum level, up to over $1,000 in some months. And last month she was well over $700. So, you know, it shows how that encouragement of people on for effort pays off in higher volume and more confidence in what they're doing. So that's kind of, I suppose that's kind of it in a nutshell. There was something else I was supposed to touch on, Jackie, and I have forgotten. What was it?
Okay, sorry. So I call you the trifecta, all right? So you have been steady, Eddie, during the VIP. The second thing that started happening was, again, I love what you said, by the way. So VIP, recognition, encouragement. I love the categories and bumping them up, right? It's like upselling through encouragement, inspiration. So by the way, I want to pause and say, that's awesome. Sorry, I don't know how you lost your spotlight. Let me bring you back here, darling.
So anyway, but the other thing was about the pop-ups that I've been doing, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And then you're going to go to 2 QNCs. So you've got the trifecta. Okay. So thank you, sweetie.
So anyway, so as I was, you know, by nature, I'm an introvert. I really am. And I've been trying to find some different ways to get out there and get some pop-ups and get some different things going on. And there's a tennis center near my home. And with May being Skin Cancer Awareness Month, I decided I was just going to stop in there and ask if I could come and do some skin cancer awareness and feature our sunscreens. And, you know, I didn't really know what kind of response I was going to get, but they were so welcoming for that. They said they needed to have it. And so I was able to do 2 of the city finals for one of the biggest tennis clubs in Atlanta and share our sunscreens with them. Cost me nothing. They didn't even charge me anything. They even provided the table. I mean, it was a pop-up delight from those perspectives. But what I did was I made good sales during that time, and I also made some great connections with the people who were running the tournament, and they want me to do more at different venues, which it was a great door opener just from the idea that popped in my mind. Well, I'll see if I can do a pop-up at the tennis center. But golf centers, or if you have any public golf courses around, that would be another great place to do it. Anywhere where people need sunscreen is an ideal place, because once they have the confidence in our sunscreens, then it's an easy step up to be able to do skincare, fragrances, toiletries, makeup, whatever else, open the door to parties and sponsoring as well. So, you know, it's just an ideal target market, because these women, they're women from like 30 on up to 60, 70 years old that are active, and they have a social component to their tennis clubs. So it's just an ideal target market. And I encourage all of y'all to look into tennis clubs in your communities to see, if you can do that. And a lot of subdivisions have tennis clubs, you know, so just really focus on that. Then coming into the sponsoring component of it, it's really, it's like planting seeds. And we've all heard this analogy over the years. And, you know, if you're going to have a garden, you don't start off with a full-grown plant. You plant those seeds and you water it and you nurture it, and then you come back to it, and you just find that it slowly builds on itself. It's like you're trying to get this big boulder to start rolling, and the more you tap it, the more it moves. And then once it starts moving, then it's easy to keep it going. But you've got to have the system of getting out there and talking to people to make it happen. And that's really how we've had the sponsoring that we've had. And I've, you know, just talking it up in meetings with, I've had consultants sponsoring more this year than they've sponsored in previous years. And that's exciting as well. So just keeping that contact list of sponsoring people and going back to them, and just having that system in place for following up and following through. And that's the most important thing, because you can talk to a gazillion people, but if you don't follow up with them, you might as well have never opened your mouth. So
there's our trifecta: growing your team, keeping them active and growing up to VIPs. Again, getting out and finding the target market. Cheryl, just curious on that. And sorry, that leads to her 2QNC. So she's got a perfect triangle going on there in her trifecta. But let me come back to something when I was chatting with you that I loved. What was happening at the other tabletops around you that made you go, wow, we look so simple? Tell us a little bit about that.
That was an aha moment for me. At both, well, actually, at the first one I did, there was a woman there selling branded material for ALTA, which is the Atlanta Lawn Tennis Association. And, you know, I was thinking, you know, oh gosh, she's going to be selling stuff all day long. You know, this will be great. And, you know, draw people over here. Well, all she sold was a towel. And I thought to myself, you know, well, I sold more than she did. But it was interesting that a lot of times when we do these pop-ups and we don't get a whole lot of bang for the buck, we think, oh, it's me, oh, it's JAFRA, oh, they don't like this, oh, that blah, blah, blah. I mean, you make up a gazillion excuses in your mind. But there was a woman who was a vendor. She was being paid to be there. She wasn't, I mean, she was an employee of this company. And she basically said, when we were talking, she said, well, you know, Mary actually lost money today because I didn't sell anything but one towel. But it's not, you know, you never can tell who is going to buy what. And you've got to keep on planting those seeds and doing it. And it's just, you know, you can't personalize it. You really can't personalize it. And that was the biggest takeaway to me, that that the person that I assumed would have a fantastic sales day basically sold nothing.
Right. Well, and again, you had a need to fill. Skin, yeah. I mean, sun care is so important, right? And teaching, you've been posting and teaching it. You did a beautiful display. We can find it and repost it again. But just, again, you're meeting the needs of people where they are right now in this new summer season.
Yeah. And I mean, I had every sunscreen out there as a tester, and I was slathering it on people. You know, they said, oh, we can try this, we can use this. I said, yeah, let me know how you like it. And yeah, so they were just using free sunscreen, and people would come back and buy it because they loved it, and they liked the smell, they liked the texture, they liked the fact that, you know, it worked, and it's just perfect. I mean, we all know how wonderful JAFRA's products are, but everybody there who was out in the broiling sun really loved them too.
Well, and again, it might have been Skin Cancer Awareness last month. Again, skin cancer, number one is skin cancer is the number one cancer. So we might help people look and feel good, but we actually save lives by education. It's time to teach and reach. Set up sun stations, sun safe stations, sunscreen stations. Go out and teach and reach people. Easy pop-ups. It may not even be calling the place, right?
Easy pop-up. It was the easiest pop-up I've ever done. It was Easy peasy. And there's all over the summer, there are going to be places where we can do them.
And in this day where people need to earn a little and save a lot, think about this. All 3 of our kits, $10 kits, have a sun product. They could actually run extra income gig just being a, what am I trying to say? Sun care specialist this summer. And that's all they sell. They don't need the towel, right? So it really, truly is. Think differently, because influencers today, which just means they care enough to share what they love. That's what an influencer is. But they're looking for a product to just share and sell very quickly without overthinking. And we are Reef-friendly. We are everything the skin cancer organization said a product must be and more. Even finding Reef-friendly is not that easy. So again, be proud and loud, and let's get sharing. And even that $10 opportunity could turn into their extra gig for the summertime, just being a skin care and sun care specialist. So thank you, Cheryl Sykes. Congrats on being our success story of the month. And thank you for being a trifecta. Congratulations.
Well, you're welcome. So I'm going to turn my audio off, my visual off, and then get Dylan in the car and head back on the road. But I'll be
driving, doll. Thank you so much. Okay, so we're going to pause me on the spotlight, and we're going to take us back to our audience, because we want to end this opening session with your success shares. We had our beautiful message from Vickie, our opening success story from Cheryl that I saw many of you typing in the chat that these were great, simple ideas and focus. Now let's open to you. I want you to think about the month of April, and we're going to take about 7 great minutes here to quickly just open mic, raise your hand, open your mic, and share what was your hot, exciting news from the month of April. Small, medium size, or big, it doesn't matter. But what are you most proud of that happened in April? Ready? Go, team. Share your story. And don't leave me silent. Thank you, Betty. I'm going to spotlight Betty really quick here. Thank you, Betty. Take it away.
Okay. So I met a Lyft driver in Florida that was a former JAFRA consultant that moved, and for some reason she thought she couldn't sell anymore because she moved away from her team, so hasn't sold in a couple of years. And so I talked to her. I said, oh no, you can rejoin. And we talked about the price, and I said, you can rejoin with your former leader, and or you can join with me. And she decided, she speaks Spanish. Her son was interpreting. He drives with her because she drives for a lot of English speaking people, although she spoke a little English, and she wants to sign up with me. So I was on the phone with her a couple nights ago. She hasn't signed up yet, so I'm going to call her again tonight. And so I believe she's going to sign up for me. So that is going to be my first Spanish speaking consultant that I was really hoping to break into that market. And so she's going to be near Fort Myers, Florida. So, and I kind of didn't really get the impression that maybe she didn't have a lot of support, because why wouldn't she want to go back to her old leader? So I have all sorts of plans to, I've got Sylvia, Luz Mercedes in the area. So we've got lots of ways to hook her up. So I spoke with her daughter on the phone as she interpreted for us. So I'm hoping that she will follow through, but she seemed really excited and about baby products and new baby products and all that jazz. So
woohoo! So out and about, she's in the Uber, and it's turning into opportunity. Excuse me, losing my voice. Thank you so much, Betty. Congratulations. Thank you for sharing. Okay, I saw another hand out there. Let me go to Miss Norma Lopez. All right, Norma, thank you for sharing. Take it away, doll. What's your hot news?
Well, I had a couple things. Number one that I was really excited about is I looked at my inventory and I thought I had a little bit too much of some products, like the bonus size royal almond, olive, and so on. So for the past 3 months, I've been meeting for lunch once a month with my former coworkers that we're all retired. And so they remembered the first lunch, and they remembered, oh, you used to bring this royal almond to work, and we used to use it. And they said, do you still have it? I said, of course. In fact, I said, I'm having a BOGO sale on Saturday. You know, I made that up on the moment. I can do that. We can do that. You can have BOGO sales whenever you want. So I said, who's in? They were all in. There's 6 of them. And I said, perfect. So we did a BOGO brunch social. And so I had a few bites here for them. I set a goal ahead of time. I'm going to sell $1,000. I wrote it down. This is my goal. So 4 of those 6 came, and 2 brought a guest. So that was 6. The 2 that didn't come at that specific hour, 1 came later because she was getting her hair done and they took too long. So she asked if she could come later by herself, and she did. The other one was out of town and said, could I come on Wednesday? I said, absolutely. So make a long story short, the first get together was $800. And then with the one that came that afternoon was over 200. Because, you know, I didn't just have those BOGO items out. At that point, we had, I think, the eye cream and the longevity eye cream or something. And so I just put things together so they could see and try and buy. And that's what worked. The one on Wednesday was a former Mary Kay user for years. I mean, I've known these ladies over 30 years. And she had never wanted to experience JAFRA, but she did want the body product. So she came in on Wednesday, made an appointment with her. And I look at her skin. And she's way younger than me, at least 10 years. And I told her, I said, oh my gosh, I have extra time. I said, are you rushed? And she said, no. I said, let me do a skincare on you, please. And she goes, no. I said, yes, sit down. Let me do skincare on you. She goes, okay. So just because they tell you no, don't give in. So I did the volcanic mask. I'm telling you, this girl is pretty, but her skin was horrible. Dried. She hadn't used the products in a while, any product. Her lips were dry and parched. Immediately, I put had her put the extra care balm on her lips to let them moisturize. So we did her cleanse, and then I did the volcanic mask. I left it a full 20, and while it's there, while it's sitting on her face, I'm talking to her and telling her all the benefits about it, and so on and so forth. And then I have her wash it off. And I said, how does it feel? She goes, oh my gosh. She goes, I said, just put the back of your hand. I always have them do the back. I don't know if you all do, but don't do it this way. Do it this way. It makes a difference. And the back of her hand on her face, she goes, oh my God, it feels so soft. I said, well, you ain't done yet. We just got started. So then I started with the Serum C because, the toner first and then the Serum C because she had little brown spots. And what I learned through this process is I would put the product on her, let it set, let her skin take it in. Her skin was begging for quality ingredients. So I let it like permeate, to her skin. And each step, I didn't let her face the mirror. I had her sitting on the counter. And so I said, just feel your skin. And she goes, oh my gosh. And then proceeded to the eye cream. And it was a Revitalize that I used on her. I'm telling you, and I can kick myself for not doing it before, but when we were done, she was so in awe of her skin. Like she had to go outside in the light to see if it was for real because her skin looked that good. It was incredible. And so she bought the whole thing, and other stuff. So in that 1 week that I made my goal of 1,000, because I did stretch it a few extra days, it was $1,600. So I'm going to suggest you look through your inventory and see what you got in there and BOGO it. I mean, we've already gotten our money. We've gotten our commission out of it. So you're paying way less. And so I did follow up with her. a few days later, and I said, I'm just dropping in to check on your skin. How's it working? How are you loving it? She goes, oh my gosh, thank you so much for talking me into it. She goes, I absolutely love it. And then I saw her again in a picture on Facebook. Her skin looked incredible. And I messaged her and I said, oh my gosh, girl, your skin looks fabulous. She goes, thanks to JAFRA. This was a hardcore Mary Kay user.
Wow.
For years. I couldn't even talk to her about it. And she looks fabulous. So that was one. There was another one, the hand cream that we got to buy ahead of time. So all the ones that came to the BOGO, I let them all try it. They absolutely loved it. And they said, can we buy some? I said, I don't have any. I just have this. I said, but I'm taking pre-orders. I got 5 pre-orders. So that's not counted in that sale. I had no idea what we were going to sell it for. True. So, and I've already ordered them, but I don't have them yet. So that was another good thing. I know there was one because I wrote, this is something I'm going to do, but I have not done yet. And I'm going to do it this month. I work with 2 groups, English, Spanish, and I have them separate in my Facebook private. And so I'm going to take the top 5 sellers out of the English speaking group, the top 5 sellers out of the Spanish, and then I'm going to do a Zoom call with each one of them and do like a roundtable session to get their ideas on what they're doing to promote their products, because I cannot get them all together along with the other ones. I'm going to work with their time, and then I'm going to load that Zoom meeting up in my group so they can see and get some ideas, because the summers, as we all know, here actually in Arizona are pretty slow. So that's what I'm going to do and try to ignite some excitement, enthusiasm that they can do from their home, because, you know, we're going in, it's hot, you know, it's hot. So our AC works great though. So those are just things. Yeah, they're
going to come to the beauty bar because it's so hot. They want to be in your air conditioning, so it's perfect, right? You got BOGO and you got air. What more do you want?
Yes,
yes, absolutely.
Yeah, so, you know, so guess what I'm doing all summer? BOGOs. You know, I'm doing BOGOs this month too, and it probably won't be in groups. But it will be when they contact me, because I have appointments. They just don't drop in. I have to know what they want, and then I have to make sure I have it here for them, because this is the whole idea. They come and pick it up. So I had my CPA also who did an appointment, and she bought 6 months worth of skincare.
So how much was her retail?
Almost 500. She bought, the Revitalize was on sale last month. She bought 2 of them, and then she only wanted 2 volcanic masks ahead of time. She told me 2 something. Oh, the balm and 2 of the longevity cream. She uses the balm in the daytime, the longevity cream at night. That's her ritual. That's all she's bought in the past. But I preached. She's a CPA, so I says, you know numbers. Let me show you numbers. And so she goes, I gotta have 2 of them. 2 sets. So she bought 2. She bought, she's going to bring her assistant in so I can, and she's about 40. And
so forgive me, Norma, we have a question before we go. Is your BOGO buy one, get one free, or buy one, get one half price?
No, buy one, get one free, and I use the retail price. I do not use the sale.
Excellent, excellent.
Yeah.
So I want to say thank you for all of your tips. What are we hearing, ladies? Here's the deal. This aligns to the economy. They love a sale. You need a sale to get them into your door. They're quick. They can be pop-up sales. They can be a BOGO planned out open house, but any sale is what they're after. They're also, when they see a good sale, stocking up. Okay, we heard this on the business meeting. So this is in this economy, how people are shopping. And they are, again, super open to having a little bit of playtime to experience products again. They haven't been out and about for a while. So Norma, you did another trifecta here. We love that. So thank you so very much. Congratulations on great sales, and thank you for sharing spontaneously.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. Well, this ends this segment for our first half of the leader meeting. And now we're going to take you over to part 2, the workshop. Thank you all, Cheryl, to Betty, to Norma, and to Vickie for being a part of our opening segment and sharing succession. You know what we've got: FIRE, fun, inspiration, recognition, and then we turn it to education. See you next on the E side.